Good morning, Rotarians. We started this year, as in years past, with 287 students competing. All of them were fantastic. I've heard a lot of the speeches. Today, you're going to see the best 4 of 287. Obviously, they're very good, and we'll introduce the judges, and the judges are going to have their hands full. Speaker A, please.
Raise your hand if you believe you have a gift. Okay, so quite a few of you. Well, those of you who aren't raising your hands are probably wondering, what in the world is this gift she's talking about? Because it could be that new iPhone 6s you saw at the Apple store the other day, or it could be that beautiful set of handcrafted golf clubs, or it could even be that little bike with the training wheels you really, really wanted when you were 7, but when you looked under the Christmas tree, all you found was an ugly sweater knit by your grandma. You see, these are all gifts, but the gift I'm talking about comes from here. It's your passion, your talent, and it's unique in every individual. And I believe that understanding this personal gift, whether it be master chef level cooking, being a boss at golf, or just having a good sense of humor, is the first and most essential step in being a gift to the world. Now, I'll be putting this philosophy to the 4-way test, starting with, is it the truth? That by recognizing your own capabilities and talents, you can impact others for the better? Absolutely. Being a member of the dance company at my local studio, we often perform in shows to raise funds for causes such as breast cancer. In one of such performances, it was the Nutcracker actually, I remember vividly that after the show, when everyone was getting ready to leave, this little girl, about yay high, no more than 8 years old, comes up to me. Pen in one hand, paper in the other, and she asks, "Can I have your autograph?" And it was in that moment, when I saw that twinkle in her eye, that I knew that I was doing something right with my gift. And that something right was bringing happiness and inspiration to others through dance. Now, this brings me to the next part of the 4-way test. Is saying that anyone can make a positive difference through utilizing his or her talent fair to all concerned? Well, it's a common misconception that a gift comes with a price tag, or that helping an important cause costs a fortune. But I have good news to those of you who, like me, are concerned about where their pennies are going. Finding your gift and sharing it with the world is free. You only need to deposit a few cents of compassion, a few dollars of ambition, and a few payments of time. So whether you are rich or poor, young or old, healthy or sick, everyone possesses a gift and has the potential to be a gift to the world. All it takes is a little investment. Now, the third part of the test asks, will using your gift to change the world actually build goodwill and bender friendships? Well, when I first started dance, I was absolutely amazed to see so many different people, all from various backgrounds and ages, come together and unite under this one passion of ours. Over the years, we have learned how to grow and work together as a team, as well as how to accept and love each other's personalities, cultures, and lifestyles. So yeah, you could say that goodwill and better friendships were built, but I think, to be more accurate here, we became a family through this gift of ours. Now, the fourth and final question of the test asks, will finding and pursuing your gift be beneficial to all concerned? Well, does 1 + 1 = 2? The answer is yes. Doing what you love, plus helping others, equals an improvement of living for both you and the person you're helping, plus a sweet remainder of supreme happiness. What a beautifully simple equation. Now with this, I would like to conclude my speech with a question for my own test. How can you use your gift to be a gift to the world? Thank you.
Be a gift to the world. That sounds pretty simple, but it's actually quite an intimidating task. If someone told me, a 16-year-old girl who barely knows anybody outside of Livermore, to go be a gift to the entire world, I wouldn't know where to start. So I decided to approach this the same way I would any gift. What does the world want? What does the world need? What's going to make the world better? In my opinion, the best gifts are the ones of true value, the ones that I can use every day, that will never get old. So how can we be the gift that will never expire for the entire world? I believe the simplest answer to this is inspiration, inspiring others to be better humans. One of the most phenomenal capabilities of humans is to coexist, to communicate, and to interact with each other. There's a reason we aren't on this earth alone. So when I say better humans, I don't necessarily mean better individuals. Far too often, we focus too much on achieving our own success, whether it be making more money, getting into a better college, or just general self-improvement. It's all relative to others around us, and for that reason, it's easy to feel like your good will never be good enough. Some advice my dad gave to me coming into high school was to not spend too much time looking side to side, but to keep my head forward. What he actually meant by this was to see the bigger perspective. As humans, it's our natural tendency to compare and compete with others, but in doing so, we start to only see everything we don't have and lose sight of everything we do. So why do we use our blessings to tear others down? Why not use everything good about you to build others up, to build all of us up? The thing is, no matter where you look, or whether it's in terms of money, talent, beauty, even kindness, you're probably going to see someone with more, someone who's better than you. But you will definitely see someone with less, someone who could use your help. So how is it fair that we still fret so much about having more and being better when there will always be someone with less? You could be the most talented or intelligent person in the world, but where is all that talent or knowledge going to go when you are gone? For this reason, I believe being an inspiration and sharing our blessings, even with just one person, is the best offering we can give. To be a gift to the world, we need to understand that it is not about our success as individuals, but our success as a community, a society, and a world. The four-way test teaches us that true success is when every action we make is beneficial to all concerned. So how can we do that? Well, growing up around the house, my mom always taught me to leave rooms cleaner than I found them. It was pretty difficult with parents like mine. But from this, I thought, we should all try to leave people better than when we met them. Whether it's a 5-minute interaction or years of friendship, you should always act towards others with honesty, fairness, altruism, and care. Doing so will not only create better relationships, but will inspire a change for the better. Telling someone to do something and showing them how are two completely different things. So by setting an example and finding the good in others, they will start to see the good in themselves. A small act of kindness, decency, or love could make an incredible impact in someone's life. However, sometimes hoping for your smallest actions to change the entire world seems equivalent to tossing a pebble in the ocean and expecting a tsunami on the other side. But I believe many of the problems in our world today are due to humans not being fair, loving humans to others. So make it your mission and devote your life to being the gift the world needs. Then use all of your interactions and relationships with others to encourage them to do the same thing. The beauty of communities such as the one in this room right now is that we can hold each other to a higher standard of moral and behavior, which will lead us to leaving the world as a better place for generations to come. Everything you need is already with you for the best gift that you can give to the world. is yourself. Thank you.
1 in 3 African American males have been incarcerated by the time they're 18 years old. I'm an African American male, and I'm 18 years old, and I've been blessed to never be incarcerated. Now, there's one word, one reason why that has not happened. That is because of my foundation. I have been given opportunity after opportunity. I have an amazing mother who has put me in the correct programs, who has always been there for me, a supportive family. So many reasons, so many different things that many people don't have. So many things that we all have on a daily basis that we take for granted because we don't realize how many people don't have them. How many kids truly have the foundation to be able to go to private schools, go to the best camps, clubs, teams, moms being all over you, putting you in every program? What about that kid that has a mom working 4 jobs, 2 jobs to put food on the table, has to do his own homework, has to find his own clubs, his own activities? What about the kid that doesn't have a mom? What about the kid in foster care? What about the kid living in a group home? What about those people that don't have the foundation? What about the kids that don't have the opportunity to come up here and talk to all of you, come and talk to a Rotary Club, who have never sat at tables like this, eaten meals like this? What about those kids? This year is all about being a gift to the world. And, I really tried to think about it. How can you really be a gift to the world? And it was quick. It was easy. It was simple for me. First thing that came to mind, which is what my grandmother and my mother have always taught me: put others before yourself. The first thing you have to start with, though, first of all, is it the truth? Because many times when we go to help people, we don't really consider the truths of what they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. It's a quick in and out, or, a volunteer service, or, just going to do it because it's a part of the Rotary Club. Don't do it because of that. Do it because you are truly trying to help that person, because you have to really think and consider the truth of what they deal with, what they have to go through every day, and how one moment that you spend with them can truly change their life forever. Is it fair to all concerned? That kind of goes hand in hand with this is the truth, because 9 times out of 10, what they go through is not fair. It is not. But you know what? That's why you are going there. That's why you are putting your time and your effort, because they can't receive everything that they should. They can't receive, the right. They don't always receive the help, everything that they need. So you know what? You do that. You give them some time. You give them the encouragement, because the most important thing is just words. Regardless of every club I've been in, regardless of every program and all of that, that doesn't really matter. What truly matters is the encouragement of knowing that I can be somebody. I can do something with my life no matter what obstacles stand in my way. And you know what? Just really taking the time and thinking down, just taking a second and looking at a kid and saying, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Life might not always be fair. But you know what the truth is that you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. Anything. And just saying those words make a huge difference. And we also talk about building goodwill and friendships. It doesn't have to be always your peers. I encourage all of you to go to, your local Boys and Girls Club or your local group home, even if it's just a once a week visit, maybe instead of once a week bingo nights or, once a week TVs and TV shows and all these different things. What about just once a week going and taking 10, 15 minutes out of your day and really building a friendship with a young child? A young African-American child that is going to have to face so many different trials and tribulations that many of us are not going to ever be able to understand. And remember that it all starts with foundation. And that's why those words are so important. Foundation. Letting them know that you can be somebody and you can do something with your life. And knowing that, you know what? All you have to do is say those words to be a gift to the world and to encourage them to be a gift to the world as well.
When I was young, I spent 2 glorious months every summer visiting Akong and Ama, my grandparents. With my 6 cousins, we would run barefoot along the cool wooden floor, jump from bed to bed to bed, and dip our bare feet into the pool. It felt so free. Right up until the moment when my mom would come, scolding us again for not wearing our slippers and for dipping our feet into the pool. But then, little did I know the truth. And the truth is, according to the International Business Times, 300 million people worldwide cannot afford the luxury of shoes. And to make matters worse, they live in developing countries where the primary form of transportation is walking. So for these people, no shoes means no education, no work, no opportunity. Back then, I had never realized the value of shoes or thought about it like that. How a simple pair of sneakers could mean a world of difference for someone else. So as I stand here today, confronting this year's topic, be a gift to the world, the answer becomes clear. We have to walk a mile in someone else's shoes. Recently, my friend in the military experienced this firsthand when he went to Guatemala for a service trip. He witnessed and he empathized with children and adults alike, walking barefoot through unsanitary and even dangerous dirt road conditions. And to him, even after he came back, he realized how he could make an impact after he understood where they were coming from. So he started a humanitarian program called Walk Another Mile to collect shoes for those who need it. And once he told me about this, I had to get involved. So I took Walk Another Mile onto my own high school campus, where my classmates and we joined together and launched a school-wide shoe drive. Everyone joined in as the spirit of generosity was infectious. No footprint was left unprinted. And soon enough, we saw students joining in, creating posters large enough that my hands can't even go that far since I'm holding a mic. But even the teachers joined in by sharing a promotional video for this, and the principal brought in 2 large bags of shoes just for this. We saw the amount of change that we could make. And looking back on this event, it doesn't matter how much talent, how much spirit, how much intelligence, wealth we have, because when we understand how exactly we can give back, and when we walk a mile in someone else's shoes, then that makes all the difference. Now, looking around sometimes, I understand that it's easy to forget. And it's easy to realize that we have all of these things, but we take them for granted. So I challenge you to empathize and to understand that at times, even those people who you think are so similar to you, they have their own issues and they have their own situations that they're dealing with each day. And understand how we can give back. So when I look at the 4-way test and I see, is it the truth? Well, we have to understand what the truth is for other people, for other perspectives. And we have to build goodwill and better friendships, even if we do not see their faces, even if we do not know their names. And as long as we can keep these ideas in mind, we can build so much of a better world. And so together, we have so much potential if we just take that step, barefoot or not.